Hello, I'm Ollie. This is Criminolly, where I talk about crime, pulp, horror, that kind of thing. Today, all of the above, I'm going to do my January TBR. So I've had a few things to juggle when constructing this TBR. So obviously I'm doing the 100 book challenge at the moment, where I need to read 100 books I already own before buying any new ones. I'm also got a couple of book club reads that I need to fit in there as well. And I'm also now that it's 2022, I'm starting my countdown challenge, which I did a video about a while ago, where I'm going to read a book from every year from 2022 going back all the way to at least 1900, possibly a bit further. So I've got a couple of books from that in this TBR as well. I have left myself a little bit of room because I've found in previous months I tend to really stack up my TBR and don't give myself any room for anything else to come in. So I have tried to give myself a bit of room this month. So I normally, I think, manage to read about 5,000 pages a month. And I think I've got about 4,000 pages worth of books in this TBR. So as I say, leaving a little bit of space if there's anything else that I decide I want to read. Obviously not buying anything yet because I'm only 30, I think, books through my 100 book challenge. But as you can see behind me, I've got plenty of things on my shelves unread that I can grab and pick up should I fancy them. So as I said in my December wrap-up video, I've started reading The Book of Sand by Theo Clare. So this is the first book in my countdown challenge, so published in 2022. It comes out, I think, on the 6th of January. So I'm hoping to finish it and get a review done by then. But I'm loving it so far. It's a really interesting sci-fi novel about a group of disparate people trapped on a kind of desert planet trying to survive and figure out what they need to do to escape. And then with a parallel storyline about this girl in what seems to be contemporary America at high school. So yeah, enjoying that very much. The next, I'm also going to read my 2021 book in the Countdown Challenge this month, and that's Project Hail Mary by, oh goodness, how the hell have I forgot his name? Andy Weir. So his third book, so I've read The Martian. I mean, everyone's read The Martian, and I really enjoyed that. So looking forward to seeing what Project Hail Mary is like. Sounds like another kind of fun, accessible sci-fi read from him. And then for my two book clubs, so for AJ, the AJ Dunn Reads and Writes kind of crime and thriller book club, where we're reading through the top 100 books, so top 100 thrillers that were published on the Penguin website. So for that, I'll be reading The Talented Mr. Ripley by Patricia Highsmith. I thought I'd read it before, but Goodreads tells me I haven't, and I'm normally pretty good at logging things on Goodreads. So yeah, really looking forward to that. I think I've got all the books in the Ripley series, and apparently haven't read any of them. So yeah, looking forward to The Talented Mr. Ripley. I think the storyline for that one is fairly well known, but about a kind of guy who is a bit of a con man and trickster, and his exploits really. So yeah, looking forward to that. And for my work book club, I will be reading this, On Earth We're Briefly Gorgeous by Ocean Vuong, which I know nothing about. So I think I've said before, this book club, each month, the members of the book club, there's like 6 of us, do a short list of 3 books we'd be interested in reading, and everyone else votes to see what gets picked. So this was the pick for January. So let me read you the back. This is a letter from a son to a mother who cannot read, written when the speaker, Little Dog, is in his late 20s. The letter unearths the family's history that began before he was born. It tells of Vietnam, of the lasting impact of war, and of his family's struggle to forge a new future, and it serves as a doorway into parts of Little Dog's life his mother has never known, episodes of bewilderment, fear and passion, all the while moving closer to an unforgettable revelation. Well, that does sound very good, actually. So yeah, looking forward to reading that one for my book club. I will also be reading the second of the Lord of the Rings books. So I read The Fellowship of the Ring in December and really enjoyed it. So I can't believe I've never read these. my copy of The Fellowship of the Ring was actually falling apart by the time I finished it. So hopefully this one will last a bit better. I got all 3 of them at a car boot sale a few years ago. So yeah, reading The Two Towers, which I'm looking forward to as well. And then another arc, so Mestiza Blood by V. Castro. So I did a review for Castro's book Queen of the Cicadas a little while ago, which I thought was brilliant. So this is a short story collection from her. So again, let me read you the back. Prepare yourself for a terrifying series of nightmares, visions, dreams and desires, all centred on expressing the Chicana experience. V. Castro weaves urban legend, folklore, life, death and heartache in 14 chilling tales as only she could tell. So yeah, I think she's a very, very talented new voice in horror, and definitely looking forward to reading that. Next we've got the 4 pulp series I'm reading, which will always feature in these TBRs. So we've got Edge Book 12, Biggest Bounty. Let me give you a flavour of what happens in that. A small town in Wyoming and a prize fight where the winner is not the right man. Edge, as far from the little homestead he set up as possible, but with Beth still on his mind, smells something tricky. Josiah Hedges and okay, so this is one of the ones where it flips between kind of contemporary for then storyline and a storyline set during the Civil War. So the second part is Josiah Hedges and his men have a part to play penetrating behind Confederacy lines. Their mission to assassinate Jefferson Davis. So yeah, that sounds like another fun pulpy western. I've then got the next executioner book, Vegas Vendetta, by Don Pendleton. So I absolutely loved the last one in the series, Nightmare in New York. So hoping this one will be just as good. Enraged and embarrassed by the memories of New York and Chicago, the organised crime syndicate is attempting to marshal its forces for a massive counterblow to end the Bolan menace once and for all. The invisible tentacles of the mob's empire reach into every level of society, and there's no sanctuary, no sure ally for Mack Bolan in his all-consuming mission to eradicate his enemy, the Mafia. So yeah, looks like another good Bolan book, and it's got a nice 70s UK cover there in this Corgi edition. Excuse me. Okay, then we've got book 5 of the Gore books by John Norman. So lovely Boris Vallejo cover there. So this one is Assassin of Gore, which I'm sure will be more of the same. So looking forward to reading about Tal Cabot's dubious adventures on Gore again. And then we have, this is the wrong book, people. This should be book 3 of the Survivalist series, and I've got book 5. Unfortunately, my filing system is perfect, so I can quickly pluck book 3 off the shelf. So, book 3 in the Survivalist series by Jerry Ahern, The Quest, which I'm sure will be more post-apocalyptic goodness with hero John Rourke fighting the Russians in a future America. So yeah, looking forward to that. And then something completely different. So I've got the final 3 of the series of Unfortunate Events books by Lemony Snicket to read. So I think I said in a previous video, I was reading these with my son as part of his bedtime routine, basically. But he has now outgrown them, or outgrew them a while ago. So I never got round to finishing the story, and I was really, really enjoying it. So I've got the final 3 books. He's no longer at all interested in finding out what happens. But I thought these books are just so beautifully written, really entertaining prose, great fun, and really just inventive and lovely. So yeah, very much looking forward to finishing the series. So we've got the 11th book, which is The Grim Grotto, the 12th book, which is The Penultimate Peril, and the final book, which is The End. So yes, we'll look forward to finding out what happens to the Baudelaire siblings. So that's it for my planned reads for January. As I say, I've left myself a bit of room to pick up other things should anything come along. So that's it for this video. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you are safe and well, and I'll speak to you again soon. Cheerio.